Hey, welcome in Pisces. We are going to take a look at the month of September, Virgo season, and see how that relates to you, see what's going on, just kind of a check-in. These cards do not want to shuffle. Maybe I've shuffled them enough. I was shuffling them before I hit record. So Virgo season, things that could be highlighted this month: health, routine, the way you show up in the world, the way you are of service to others, also what you bring to others. Virgos are all about the details. Their sixth house is ruled by Mercury, so communication is highlighted. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. So there's three things I thought we would look at. What area in life needs more structure for Pisces? How can Pisces take better care of their physical and mental health? And then what are you not seeing? So I thought those would be fun questions to ask, Virgo related, Virgo season related. So welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. So let's go ahead and look at what area in life needs more structure for Pisces. So this month of September 2024, Virgo season, what area of life needs more structure for Pisces? And welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. I appreciate your support. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Heather with Heather's Healing. Welcome in. All right, Pisces. So the card says poised. I like the energy of this card. It feels very flexible, confident. There's almost like a surety here that you have things under control. You know what you're going for. You know what your focus is. And I really like that with Virgo season. You know, the energy of Virgo season is fantastic for getting things done, for really getting clear about what is important, what needs to be done, what can wait. Just the attention to details that the energy of Virgo brings is really fantastic. So let's pull three cards looking at what area in life needs more structure. And we've got the card poised. I'm also hearing balanced. So I love that. So Pisces, you could be feeling very balanced this month, or just feeling like you have a nice flow between all areas of your life. It feels like there's a nice balance going on. So three cards looking at what area in life needs more structure. And you might not need a lot of structure this month. I mean, it feels like, where do I want this card to be? I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just stick you there. It might just be, a really nice flow. Although we've got some wands here. So let's see you got two cards here. So we're starting off with the Seven of Wands. So wands deal with, it could be land, it could be home life. It's also the way you show up to the world, I would say. But Seven of Wands, this is talking about boundaries. So no matter the area of life, staying true to you, staying true to what is true for you, making sure you are not bending your rules to please other people. So really holding your boundaries, holding your space. So in order to have good boundaries, you've got to know what is a hard no for you, what is a yes, what are you saying yes to this month, what are you staying away from. So having a goal in mind, having an idea of what you are working towards is going to be very helpful this month. But I feel like you guys have that in mind, especially with the card poised. It feels like you guys are ready to take on whatever it is that you set out to do. I do feel a definite focus here with you. So I feel like, Pisces, I think it's going to be easy for you to stand your ground and to stick up for yourself, advocate for whatever it is that you're working towards. We have the 10 of Wands, so I do feel like this is a reminder to make sure you're not taking on too much. Know your limits. Listen to your body if you're starting to feel tired or overwhelmed or whatever it is. You know, pull back, ask for help, reassess. I'm also hearing reroute. So there might be areas of your life where maybe you thought there were certain things you were going to tackle this month. Maybe there's certain areas of life that you'll notice, oh, I just need to pull back on that a little bit, and we'll revisit that at a later date. So it kind of feels like that type of energy. Four of Swords, I am going to say you probably definitely are going to definitely listen to your body. If you're feeling tired, if your body's feeling fatigued, do you know your signs for burnout? Do you know the signs when it's time for you to have quiet time, give yourself a timeout, take a break? Do you know what those signs are? Don't wait until you are completely exhausted, frustrated, done. Don't wait until then. Stop and rest before then. But the four of Swords here is showing up in the reverse. So this could show up as restlessness. It can show up as maybe feeling a little inflexible. This is also avoiding looking at yourself. This is avoiding not wanting to see what's actually going on. And this is going to be with you, not with someone else. So, be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of what's going on with you. Constant check-ins. We do also have the 10 of Pentacles that came out here. So the Wands, I was definitely picking up the land, which leads me to home. That makes me think of home, where you are putting your roots down. So I feel like the area of life that's going to be really focused for you this month is going to be family, especially with the 10 of Pentacles here. Family, structure, routine, tradition. And Virgos are very much about routine for sure. So making sure you have a good routine here. I like that we have the 10 of Pentacles here. So it does feel like there is a lot of abundance, prosperity, and connection within the family. I'm also feeling something here tied into retirement and inheritance. That could be coming up this month as well for some of you. That feels pretty particular though, so I'm not going to read too much into that. But if this is something or an area of life or a situation going on in your life that you would like a one-on-one, my info is below if you'd like to book a one-on-one. So let's look at the next question here, which we have. I'm looking at my notes. How can Pisces take better care of their physical and mental health? Well, I feel like we kind of explored that up here a little bit too, with knowing your boundaries and knowing your cues that you're starting to, I refer to it as having a freak out. That's what I call it for myself. So to avoid having a freak out, there are signs for me leading up to me having like a freak out. And usually it's me ignoring that I'm feeling very frustrated. So be sure to not ignore what's going on with you. Because with that Four of Swords, avoiding self-reflection, avoiding really seeing where you're at is highlighted for Pisces. Okay, so back to what is Pisces? How can Pisces take better care of their physical and mental health? How can Pisces take better care of their physical and mental health this month of September? How can Pisces take better care of their physical and mental health? And how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I forgot to turn off the light behind me, so there's a shadow. Oh well. All right, so looking at physical and mental well-being for Pisces. The card says here and now. It's card number 32. So it's showing there's a little sign that says past, future, and you're right in the middle. So I love that. So staying present, being present and aware of where you are. Acceptance is going to be a part of this too. Now, again, most people have a really weird definition of what acceptance means. Acceptance doesn't mean putting up with bullshit. It just means you're very aware of what's going on. And whether keeping your opinions out of it, you are accepting where you are. When we're in full acceptance, we have more flexibility to move forward. There's more growth and expansion there. So staying present is going to be very helpful. And, just being okay with where you are and knowing that you can change that at any time too. It's not staying stuck. Okay, so 3 cards talking about how can Pisces take better care of their physical and or mental health. These cards are being so weird for you, Pisces. They are just not wanting to shuffle. Maybe that's a message too about just staying as flexible as possible. It's easy to have an idea of how you want things to go, but, most of the time things don't go that way. So be flexible. Don't have expectations. Oh, wow, look, 3 cards all at once. Okay, that's what we're going to go with. So how can you have here's the 9 of Swords, that worrying, being stressed out, focusing on things that may or may not even happen. So 2 of Pentacles, I'm specifically hearing work-life balance here. So, not overworking, but also, it can't just be all about, I don't know, how are you avoiding? I feel like Pisces, you might, and this is interesting because I feel like you guys have a really good balance as far as like you're focused, you know what it is that you're working on or what you're working towards. That feels very clear for you guys. But for whatever reason, I'm really just picking up on, and I know this can be a Pisces thing, but I'm really picking up on avoidance, wanting to escape. So it's interesting that you can have so much structure and clarity on where it is that you want to go, and you even know what to do to get there. But then there's a part of you that's really not wanting to do that, like you're wanting to run the other way. So that's very interesting. So just be aware of that. 2 of Pentacles. So again, I specifically heard the work-life balance. So having balance between home life, work life, and also having some fun. But again, this also talks about flexibility. I think flexibility, the more flexible you can be, the better. The Chariot, we have this card right in the middle, so I feel like this is going to be really highlighted. So things moving forward very quickly, and maybe that's part of the problem. Maybe there's a lot of big changes coming in, and it's happening all at once. So that might trigger I wanted to say freeze, maybe a freeze response, but this feels more like the fleeing response. Like this is too much. Even if it's like really great things coming in, it might be too much change all at once or too much stimulation. It's feeling like overwhelming. So just be aware of that. And then, be thinking, what are your steps? What do you do when you're feeling overstimulated or you're feeling like maybe you just need to remove yourself from the situation? I'm not feeling like this is anything negative, but we can have a lot of really positive, happy changes happening at once, and that can feel really overwhelming, even though it's good things happening. So Pisces, you could have a lot of changes going on here, because there's definitely the potential of feeling overwhelmed, needing to have goals, routine, structure, flexibility, and maybe that's because there is a lot going on all at once, a lot of things, a lot of moving pieces, and that can cause a lot of anxiety, worrying, maybe trying to control things too much. So pull back on the need for control. But the Nine of Swords, this is worrying about things that might not even happen. This is you in your mind, anxiety. When we're having a lot of anxiety, going back to this card here, if you're having a lot of anxiety, you're probably too focused on the future. Come back to present, come back to where you are. And then if you're feeling super depressed, oftentimes that's living too much in the past, or depression can come on because there's a lot of anger and possible rage that you're not expressing or working through, you're suppressing, and that can also turn into depression, or feel like depression. So be mindful of anxiety, be mindful of trying to control everything. Maybe you just kind of sit back, do your best to relax, and just know the pieces are going to fall where they're going to fall, and everything's going to turn out okay. All right, so last question. What is Pisces not seeing? Is there something that they're not seeing or not aware of this month of September? What is Pisces possibly avoiding or not seeing? Thanks so much for being here, Pisces. What would we do without our Pisces friends, right? And be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus as well. All right, what is Pisces not seeing? Ah, nice. The card says chop wood. So card 42. And honestly, I think this might be like the key here to, if there's a lot of moving pieces and you're feeling really overwhelmed, focus on your day-to-day routine. What needs to be done today? This is taking care of life, paying the bills, cleaning the house, keeping it very simple, staying focused on what needs to be done right now. You're not worrying about how things are going to fall into place in the future. You're not worrying about all of these moving parts or how so-and-so is going to handle whatever. You're not doing that. You are going to just stay very focused each day on what is happening in that moment and at that time. All right, so 3 cards looking at what is Pisces not seeing. I'm hearing the end result. You're not seeing the end result because you're not to the end. So if there's a situation that you're just overly worried about, just trust that it's all going to work out. And you don't need to know how it's all going to work out. It will reveal itself as it reveals itself. Okay, so 3 cards here. What is Pisces not seeing? I will say, even though there's a lot going on, Pisces, it feels very peaceful. So we have 9 of Cups. This is deep appreciation, feeling very satisfied. And we ask the question, what are you not seeing? So you might not be seeing this, but this is just having deep appreciation, and it's like, holy crap, like I can't believe things worked out as well as they did. It's that type of energy with this card, especially that it's upright. We've got the Knight of Swords. I love it when the Knights come in. This is another fast moving energy though, and look at that, it's right below the Chariot. So I do feel like things are happening really fast. As far as the knights go in tarot, this is the fastest moving knight. He takes action super quick. This is being very assertive. Oftentimes, and I'm feeling this for you Pisces, this is a lifestyle change. And I feel like that might be why the advice is stay focused on your daily routine, what needs to be done today, because having a routine keeps us grounded. It keeps us out of anxiety. It provides structure. So having some structure this month would be really helpful, because it does feel like there's a lot happening. Lifestyle change. I'm definitely feeling that with this Knight of Swords, especially being under the Chariot. The Chariot's a major arcana card, so those are big changes. They're not small things, they're big things. I'm also hearing, and of course, lifestyle change would include family, but this could be impacting kids, grandkids, extended family. It's a big deal. All of the changes happening. It's a lot. We also have the King of Wands here in reverse. So the King of Wands, this is fire energy. It could be representing any of the fire signs. In particular, probably a Leo. But this is in reverse. So this is something that you're not seeing. This could be an overly aggressive person in your life. This could be someone that is maybe trying to manipulate things. This can be bullying type of energy. Someone just really trying, someone that is feeling really uncomfortable, and so they're trying to control everything. They could be somebody spiraling out a little bit. I don't feel like this is you guys. I feel like this is someone probably close to you, whether that's a family member or somebody you work with. This is somebody that is just kind of might be a little out of control or acting a little out of sorts this month. I just feel like this is a heads up. Just be aware that this might be happening. So if you recognize that with somebody, just know they're going through a tough time. This could also be the person that is bringing in some anxiety or causing you to worry. Just know that this is their problem. It's their process. Again, you don't need to put up with bullying. You don't need to put up with poor behavior, but just know that that might be happening, and try not to take it personal. All right, Pisces, I would love to hear what's going on with you guys. There's some big changes here. But you're going to ride the wave. Fantastic. I mean, you're poised and ready. I feel like whatever changes are coming in, you are ready for those changes. And I feel like it's going to get you really excited too. So blessings on your September. Have a beautiful month, and we'll see you soon.